Good morning. Welcome to Wednesday in the Word. Today we continue our thoughts in the book of James. And last week I shared with you that James was talking to a group of Christians that had been scattered for one reason or another: persecution, poverty, social changes, whatever it was. They had been scattered across the earth. And he, as a pastor, wanted to speak to them about the truths of God that were to go with them no matter what their circumstances were. So today I share verse 2 and 3 of James 1 with you. It said, "Brethren, count it all joy when you fall into various trials, knowing that the testing of your faith produces patience." Now, patience is the byproduct of tough times, difficult times, changing times. And don't we all hate to change? We like things the way they've always been. But patience comes because we endure difficult times and we follow through those times. The word patience here means endurance and literally means remaining behind. When everybody else gives up, when everybody else walks away, we stick with it. That's what patience is. Now, what does the Lord say about patience in this passage? Patience is a must if we're going to follow Christ. We can count it all joy when we are tested because we're patient. We are going to learn. We are going to grow. But if we're not patient, we're not going to learn the lessons and become more like Christ. We have to be patient so we can learn through every part of that event. Now, it might be a difficult time in our homes, in our families, an economic crisis, a physical health crisis. It could be many things. It could be our persecution from the world around us for our faith in Christ. But whatever it is, we must remain behind to learn patience. We must be patient so we can receive wisdom. Now, think about it this way. If you like sports, or you'd like to watch the Olympics or football or basketball, baseball, you watch these great athletes and you're amazed at what they can do. And, they don't learn that by just walking out on the field one day, putting on a new uniform and walking out there with a new glove or grabbing a football for the first time and putting on the pads or putting on a swimsuit and jumping in the pool. They don't learn how to be great athletes by just showing up. They learn because they remain behind. Their body learns. They have a physical muscle memory of what to do. When the ball comes hard at you on the ground, what do? You go for it. You grab it with your glove. You barehand it, whatever you have to do. When a football comes, what do? You catch it. When it's time to swim, what do? You make the correct dive in the correct manner. You do the correct stroke. You keep your breathing correct. You do everything that you've learned to do, muscle memory. But then he also says we can receive wisdom. So to that muscle memory, we get understanding. What do we do in this situation? What do we do in that situation? We begin to learn more than just the muscle memory. We learn how to work with others, and inside of that sport, or inside of that team sport, if you will, or just how we race against others. If we're running that cross country, or we're doing some great event like that. So you get wisdom, but how do you do it? You stick with it. You stay behind. You remain behind to learn all of the lessons. And he goes on to say here that when we are patient, we lack nothing. We are complete. God makes us into who we need to be because we remain behind. Now, we live in a world of instant this and instant that. We can take a complete meal out of the freezer and stick it in a microwave and it's ready in 3 or 4 minutes. This is the world that we live in, but that's not the way. you learn to follow Christ. Patience is something that we need. Now, the enemy of patience is doubt. Doubt occurs when we apply human wisdom to spiritual matters. We are double-minded, James says. We think two ways at the same time. You can't do that. You can't learn. You can't grow. You can't persevere and go through this time of testing by keeping one foot in the flesh and one foot in the spirit. We need to simply follow the Lord. I hope God will bless this message to you. The unstable man receives nothing. He won't grow. He won't go further in his Christian walk. He won't grow closer to Christ. But if we're willing to remain behind and be patient, God can show us great things. I hope God will bless you and you'll have a great week this week as you get ready for these special days ahead with family and friends. God bless you.